Welcome to another edition of Fridays with Fred. My name is Fred Said. Today's topic is dual agency risky? Now let me explain one thing to you right now. There's two different types of dual agency or dual representation. The first one is called dual agency. The second one is called dual representation. Dual agency, let's say for example, a Keller Williams brokerage. If an agent at Keller Williams is a listing agent, another different agent from Keller Williams comes in that same brokerage and is the buyer's agent, that's called dual agency. But if John, for example, is the listing agent and then John himself is also the buyer's agent, that's called dual representation. Overall, there's no issues with dual agency in my professional opinion because it's two different agents representing two different clients and from the same brokerage. Now, dual representation is a little bit different. You have the same person, for example, me. If I'm the person that's representing a seller and then I go ahead and write the offer for a buyer myself and I'm representing both parties, that's called dual representation. If you ask me, a lot of agents do it. And whether it's right or wrong, I have my own personal belief around this, and I usually shy away from having dual representation where I specifically am the one that represents the buyer as well as the seller. Because when you think about it, I'm originally hired to represent the seller of the home to get top dollar, and that's my fiduciary obligation. And then how can I best fully represent the buyer in the same capacity when they're buying that home? Now, ethical agents like myself and a lot of agents out there do their best to be able to handle situations. But do I think it's the best way to sell real estate? In today's market, I don't. I believe that every party should have their own representation when it comes to buying and selling real estate. Ultimately, it's a legal transaction. If you were to go to court and you're suing somebody for $500,000 or being sued by somebody for $500,000, would you use the same attorney? Probably not. You'd get your own representation. So that's my personal belief in the difference between dual agency and dual representation. If you have any questions whatsoever about this or any topic about real estate in Southern California, you can reach us 7 days a week at 1-800-921-9231. And as always, go to fredsaidgroup.com and tune in next week for another amazing edition of Fridays with Fred. Why? Because that's what Fred said.